Okay, we're gonna try this one more time. I messed up. I didn't have my mic down. Hey, this is Track Rider Trucking LLC. Curtis speaking here. Uh, just wanted to touch bases with everybody, all my YouTube subscribers, up to 212 now, which is awesome. I'm sitting here about 142 miles from Nashville, Tennessee, at the North 40 Auto Truck Stop on I-40. My truck is down. Apparently, one of my drive tires is losing air pretty bad. So I'm pretty well stopped until road service comes over and does whatever they got to do. But anyway, everything was good to go until about an hour ago when this red light came on the door and went ballistic, and all of a sudden I started watching air pressure go out, and I'm on the interstate driving, well, basically pushing it to the limit, trying to get to my O2. We'll get to that here in a minute, but anyway, right now I got that load in Fountain, Colorado, and got it delivered. That was pretty cool. Dealt with a lot of smoke out there. It was just hazy and gloomy, couldn't see the mountains, but we got that load in. I found a little truck stop right by the 90, which was pretty cool. It was dirt, but it was well worth the stay. It was about 5 minutes away. Well, you could see the distribution location right across the street. So we got it in there, got it loaded, and then fleet manager sent me a proposed load, which looked really intriguing. It was a meat load, but there wasn't a problem. It's just I had to drive all the way to Dodge City, Kansas from Fountain, Colorado, which I had the time to do that day because I didn't do nothing. I mean, drove over there and went, got it put in. I had the clock, and I was good to go. So I hauled butt. I go ahead and accepted it. It was pretty decent paid load. So I went over there and got as close as I could, which I know they had a drop dead time pickup was like the next day at like 6 o'clock p.m. So I got as far as I could, about 60 miles out, and of course my clock was about dead, so went ahead and got that taken care of and took a 10. And then I called them the next morning and I said, hey, is there any possible way that load be ready? And the lady said, no, it's not ready yet. She said, but we'll put you on a call list if you'd like, and we'll call you as soon as it's ready. And I said, well, please do, because I didn't want to start my clock. I had about 50 miles to drive to get there. So anyway, and about 2-3 hours later, I get the call, and they said, yeah, your load's ready. We got the bills ready. I said, cool. So I just took off and headed that direction, got over there, and of course, going through the natural beef, it's kind of fun with all the chaotic mess going on. But we got in there, and we got the load, picked it up, took off, and I headed on out. I had my first delivery at 1 o'clock. Excuse me, man, I'm yawning. I don't mean to. The first delivery was at 100 hours on the 21st, and I took off and I ran about 500 and some miles. I got to Fort Smith, Arkansas, and parked there for the night to repower, and figuring if I got up early enough I could get up here and get it done. So basically I was watching my clock when I woke up this morning, notified Jordan and them, because it was funny because the O2 and the O3 were the time frame for the appointments were close, but the distance 166 miles, and I knew I had to run about 530 miles to get to the O2, which would have been basically fry your clock. So I hauled butt, and then I'd say about 155 miles out, I was showing, my GPS gives me an ETA time, and that showed me getting there probably just before 10 o'clock, which was cool because that would have got me there prior to my load, the appointment. But the problem was I would have burnt my clock completely up again on my 11-hour drive clock. So I would have been in a dilemma to be able to repower, or not repower, but to reset my 10-hour, take a 10-hour break and be able to get 166 miles down to Knoxville, Tennessee to deliver this load at U.S. Foods, the second, the O3. have made the 02 no problem, and then the 90's not going to be a problem because that's 2 days from now at 8 o'clock in the morning. So I knew I could probably do all that. The question was to make the 03. Well, this is all blowed out now completely because now I have a tire that's steadily going down. It's the left, if you're facing the truck, it's the left front drive tire, and it just went, the door just went ballistic on me, and then I was driving, I was cruising pretty good, and I thought, man, come on, don't go flat, and just steadily losing weight, air. So I was able to baby it over here to this North 40 auto truck, which is about 5 miles where it started blowing, doing the red beeping sound. So I got over here, backed it in, took my flashlight, went out and looked at it. Yeah, it was dry, it was low. Well, I met up with a guy, another prime driver at this 90, or where I was, I stopped before going to pick up this load, and he had got one of them hoses where you can disconnect your trailer air supply, disconnected from the trailer, and connect this fitting, and then it had a hose on it with a air hose, and I went ahead and went into Love's and bought me one, thinking I might, it's good to have on the truck, because I was having problems with my right rear drive, losing air, but not air enough. When you drove down the road, the heat would expand it and it would raise it above the deal. But I went ahead and put air in it, thinking I'd be okay, and it did. It worked perfect. And I went and got the truck, took off. Well, get down here, and I tried to do the same thing to that one I'm having a problem with now, and I got it up to about 90 psi. I said, well, let me go look and see how it's doing, if it's going to hold or what. So I got back in the truck, turned on the key, and I'm sitting here watching the door and steadily dropping. And I went from 90, I'm down to 60 psi now, and it won't hold air. It just keeps losing air. So I notified Road Assist, let them know what was going on, notified the fleet manager that we might have to, we tried to do something. She tried to get me to get it repowered, but there was only like 7 trucks within a 25-mile radius, and most of them were down for the evening, and a couple of them were on home time. So basically I'm hung out to dry right now. I'm 15 minutes. If I left right this moment, I got 142 miles, and I'm about 15 minutes from being late to my 02. So she knows about it, and I just didn't want to get a service failure because, I'm due for another PTC award here in about 2 days, and I really don't want to mess my record up. But she said, well, it's not your fault. It won't be a service factor because you don't have no control of your truck maintenance, or your truck running or whatever. It's not your fault, so don't worry about it. She said, but we're going to try to see what we can do about getting you squared away. Well, I waited on Road Assist, and I did the test, and it wouldn't work, so I notified Road Assist. Supposedly they're sending a road service crew out here, like right now. But it's funny because I'm right across the street from a Love's, and nobody's called me or notified me or anything yet. That's why I went ahead and did this video, to get it over with. So right now, I don't know where I stand at. Right now, I will not make the 02. I know that for a fact. There's no way. And I don't have enough time. It's in Mount Juliet, Tennessee, so I'm 142 miles from there. I tried. I knew I'd make my 02. The 03 would have been an issue, but the 90 would have been fine. So now I've got to wait, see what these guys are going to do with the tire. Of course, that's going to be money out of my pocket again. More money. Of course, everybody knows. I didn't tell you guys, my refrigerator went out too. So I have no refrigerator. I had to throw a bunch of my food away. I got some on ice right now, stuff that I can use, but I had to get rid of some of the stuff that just stalled out and wasn't chicken and all that. So I'm not going to take a chance of getting sick. So salmonella or whatever you want to call it. So anyway, that's where I'm at, guys. My luck is always good, ain't it? So I'm hanging in there, though. I'm kind of being optimistic, but in the back, I'm just mad and upset. But I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna dwell on it. It is what it is. I said maybe one of these days. I went with a week, and it lasted a week, like it's done for the last 4 months since I've been doing this. And it's something something always happens, you know. Now it's my truck, so that's on my wallet, which that means I'll lose money there again. And who knows what's going to happen with this load? It was a good paying load too, so now I'm in a dilemma of being in a position I can't even get the load to where it's supposed to be. I might be just hung out to dry now, so it'll be a partial payment, which this load was going to pay out pretty good. I had 2 good loads, which is only what I was going to get for this settlement. So now I don't even know where that stands at. And my wife informed me this is crunch week, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm so far I'm so far messed up right now. It's just unbelievable. I mean, you know, you guys encourage me, and I appreciate every bit of the encouragement. But man, enough's enough. I mean, Jesus. I mean, I'm just so. If it ain't the APU, it's something else, or it's this, or it's that, or I'm down for this. And it's killing us. I mean, financially, it's just killing me and my wife right now. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. But I can't continue. This can't continue to go on. Not every other week or every week or whatever. But anyway, I'm here and I'm alive, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to see what I can keep up with. So anyway, just thought I'd let you guys know how I'm doing and what's going on with me for now. And I appreciate all my subscribers. Geez, you wouldn't believe it. It's been nice to have 212 people on my deal. I don't need, if I come across being negative, that's not what I'm trying to do. I just want people to realize this is real world stuff. This happens. I mean, there's people out there that's trucking that loves what they're doing, making all kinds of money, and they don't have no problems. That's what I'm saying. They apparently are doing good, and their luck has not run out like mine has, or has been going on. So they ain't had the problems I've had every other week or since day one. But anyway, guys, hey, I'm quit ranting. I'm going to wait on this phone call and see where my status is or what's going to happen, and we'll take it from there. But thanks again for subscribing. Please always take care of yourselves out there. Freight's coming up pretty good on people. I mean, I've seen a lot of refrigerant trucks out today coming this way, so I know, you know, product is going out pretty good. Sorry, I didn't mean to yawn. And looks like everything's doing good for some people. So anyway, I just wanted to touch bases. Y'all always remember, we keep striving and driving for perfection, even though there's always something going wrong. But anyway, y'all be careful, and I'll talk to you soon right now. All right, have a good night. Bye.